Welcome, everyone. We are a weekly Yankees podcast. My name is Joe. This is Max, lifelong Yankees fans. Both grew up in Jersey, met each other in law school. Thought it'd be a good idea to make a podcast and talk shop about the Yankees. Planning on doing this around once a week. I grew up in Jersey, North Jersey, Bergen County. Went to school in Boston, so I was surrounded by the worst people on the planet for 4 years. Came back, worked in the city, live in the city now. That's a little bit about me. I'll let Max introduce himself real quickly.
Thanks, Joe. Yeah. So I grew up more down south by the beach. Lifelong Yankees, Giants. Really, Yankees, Giants. That's it. My Yanks. Yeah, like Joe said, met in law school. We figured we basically live text during all the games as if we're live tweeting. So we were like, let's just do a podcast out of it and see what happens. So here we are, the first episode. And we will improve, but you got to start somewhere.
Exactly. Yeah, we got to start somewhere, and we'll only improve. That's the general idea. I think. Yeah. The idea is we want to do this once a week.
Yeah.
It might be on Sundays over Fridays right now, but
yeah, depending on the schedule, I think we'll work it into their schedule and our schedule.
And then I think the way you want to start it too is format wise, we start with something incendiary, like a weekly hot take about either the week or the season from each of us. Kind of play offense, defense on that, and then talk
I have
about
such a good hot take.
And then after that, we'll go into the week's topic. So yeah, maybe we start with your hot take if it's that good. I actually want to hear it. He's been hiding it from me before this. I don't know.
I have so little to back this up. My hot take for this week: Aaron Boone is a good manager.
There's a reason you have little to back it up with. I mean,
No. No, listen. The Yankees, okay. You have some characters on this team. When we brought Jazz in, I think the first thing was can Jazz handle New York? Because he did not do well in Miami. Everyone hated him in Miami. He hated everyone. I saw him on one of those podcasts. He was talking about I hate my teammates. My teammates hated me. It was awful. So you're bringing Jazz in, and we know Judge is our captain. We know good. We know he's a good locker room guy, clubhouse guy, but Booney holds that clubhouse down. There's no leaks, there's no drama, there's never an issue, and I think we overlook that. And so if you're gonna judge him on pulling a pitcher at a wrong time or his lineups, all of that at this point is taken over by the stats. He's kind of a slave to the stats at this point, especially with the Yanks. So I can't judge him too much on lineups. Some of his decisions in game, I don't love, but I think he stands up for his guys. I think his guys know that he's there for them. I like Boone. I think he's a good manager, and I'm going to stand by it.
I mean, look, I can see the angle of defending Boone as he's able to manage the personalities of the roster. At the same time, though, I feel it's not just if Boone wasn't there, another manager wouldn't be able to handle it. I don't know. It's not you're talking about the Steve Nash Nets. That's my comparison is Steve Nash, supposedly a locker room guy. And turns out he has absolutely no idea what he's doing, in terms of actually not running the numbers and all that stuff. Boone, my defense or my take on Boone is that I don't think I think getting rid of him would not necessarily be good, because I think whoever they would replace him with would just end up having the same fundamental flaws that the entire Yankees organization has, which is focusing on absurd, only on launch angle EV, guys batting 220, 3 outcome hitters. You have the mind-boggling pull your pitchers early or use your high leverage guys when it's actually a high leverage moment because you're losing by a run or something. So yeah. I think that would probably still happen whoever they do get. So I don't think they should just get rid of him, especially not now. I think you might have to ride him through Judge's prime unless they have another embarrassing playoff exit. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would ever figure out a way to call him good necessarily.
I think he's good. I agree with what you're saying. You're not going to find someone to replace him, but New York's New York. So there's very few people that can come in and handle that. Like we saw with the Mets, what year was that when they just collapsed? Was that 23?
They've done it a lot of years. You'd have to be more specific.
I think it was 23. It was 23, like their locker room collapse.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I think that sounds about right. Was that when Cespedes like fell off a horse and like broke his leg and on a ranch or something like that? Like,
it was like
something
a
really
whole
weird
thing. Yeah, that never happens on the Yankees. Like we keep it together, and I think Boone is like he takes a lot of flack from the people, but he's like all right, I'm gonna go about it. I'm gonna be me. And he's a pretty good manager, dude. He's a pretty good manager. I put him top 10 managers in the MLB right now.
Well. All right. Well, I'm not gonna go through the entire MLB list of managers. I think chances are he's not top 10, but maybe top 10 for like to manage the Yankees specifically. I could like see that argument. I think there's just the problem with me that I have with Boone, and again, this might be the same that I have. If they fired Boone tomorrow and hired whoever's available that you think would be like the best fit, like and that the Yankees themselves would think would be the best fit for their organizational philosophy. But then you still like find the same thing every game where I'm like, the Yankees are just finding a way to lose. Like, I mean, I can think of the last time was, let's say like yesterday when the Yankees decided to change the lineup that had been working very well for 2 games in a row, which was the first time I think they started a lineup for the same 2 lineups 2 days in a row
all season.
I think it was in April they did it like once, like very early April. They haven't done all year. I understand you want to like load lefties against like a righty pitcher, but like again, like you got no hit for 7 innings.
We also do. We have a stacked lineup. We have a weird I think we have a weird bench and lineup right now before we DFA'd DJ, because it was like he has to play because we owe him the time to play, and then we had like you can't. Boone's hand was forced, and it was like a good outcome.
I agree. No, at the end of the day, I think DJ didn't have a fit in the team. I think the infield is best lined up with Jazz a second.
I think a lot of the stuff that Boone gets, it's all Cashman. He should be getting, and he does.
That's fair.
But he should be getting more of it. Like it shouldn't be on Boone. It's really not. Like what Boone does is take talented players and go to the playoffs every year.
Yep.
Okay, there was 1 year, but like other than that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, look, I think that's like I was reading about something about Cashman. Like, I think he's by far the longest tenured GM in baseball. I think it's like 27 years or something right now. So like, you look at his like record, like as like since like 2001, like it's won his World Series. It's not a lot. So like, I think I think that Boone is an extension of Cashman. So I think the frustrations that people have with the Yankees go all the way up to Cashman. Yeah. And that's the whole debate, right? It's like what Michael Kay is like defends the front office, like this whole like people like it was really bad. It really gets worse when the Yankees lose like 4 games in a row. Then all of a sudden, like it's like, oh god, like Cashman Boone, like everyone's got to go, right?
Get rid of everyone.
It's already been played out. I don't want to like go crazy on the front office. So I think your take's funny. Like I don't know if it's he's a good manager. I think he could be. He has some positive aspects. He has a
vibe thing, dude.
Yeah,
when Judge argued that call and he came out and he was just like, "I'm gonna back up my guy." Like, I love that.
Yeah, I do. And no, I can't like say I don't like Boone in the sense of like as a person. Like he's. I think he has a good personality. I think he does defend his players. Like he's funny. Like they just asked him. I don't know what it was. Like I saw this on Twitter like 40 minutes ago. It was they were asking about the pitch tipping from last night's Mariners game for the Munoz or whatever, and he was just like, "What pitch tipping? I have no idea what you're talking about." He was just like laughing about it. Like, so
he's
just
chill
kind of funny.
like that.
They were like, "Who should we gets the credit for finding that out?" He just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, so he's like funny in select moments, but at the same time, like I see the lineup come out, I'm just like,
yeah, sometimes
I hate this guy so.
Dude, knowing him, like you'll
much.
See like Volpe in like the one spot in the next like 3 games.
No,
like,
don't say
what
that.
are you doing? If that
the amount
happens,
of times,
I'll change my take.
That's another thing. It's like the amount of times Volpe was like beginning his like horrible hitting streak, and he was just batting 5th or 6th, and it's like every time. There was a game I think he came up 3 times with first and second or bases loaded and 2 outs, and every time it's just like if you had any other person in this lineup, you might actually win this game. Yeah, double
like
play.
Like Volpe's anti-clutch. All right.
Yeah.
I
like
digress on my take. Let me hear yours.
No, that's good. My take is not as hot. My take is more of like it's like kind of like a roster construction type of thing. But I feel like from what I've seen from Bellinger this year, obviously had the slow start, but like how he's been playing, like May, June, July, like he's batting like really, really well. Like I think it's worth it for the Yankees, like in the future shortish term, but like, medium, 5-6 year deal or something like that. I would get Bellinger like re-signed before he has a player option next year that he's probably gonna decline. I think it might be better to just lock Belly up because he has like, I think the value of him is like, he's a lefty. He has a good like sweet spot. He's kind of sweet spot hitter. He doesn't have crazy like barrel, like crazy exit velocity guy, but he makes good contact. And he hits well in Yankee Stadium. He's hit well so far, and he plays so many positions in the outfield, and he can go play first base as well. I think it leaves the kind of question of like, do we want to chase Kyle Tucker? Do you want like next year Spencer Jones to get the call up, like that next outfield spot? Like worst case, if you sign Bellinger, he can go slot in at first for a little bit until Judge eventually moves to first. So I think he like basically plays all the positions that you would want from a Yankees hitter like that, and I think you wouldn't have to go and spend some gigantic. Tucker's gonna get like a huge contract. He's having a good year again. Like you're gonna have to put out like $600 million, and you're gonna have to put out for like 10 years or something crazy. Like 12 years for Tucker. It's just like I don't think you need to have like an albatross. Like you already have Fried locked up. You have Cole for I think the next 3 years. I think I would get Bellinger in there for like 6-7 years if you can. I don't know what his deal is gonna look like exactly, but I think he's the right kind of player for the team. I think he's a good clubhouse guy. I think the team gets along with him well. No one said anything bad of him. Like I mean, a lot of the Yankees you could say about this, but I think he actually should have a place in their long-term future. Just based on this season so far, and like his history as a player is a little bit confusing because he's had MVP season, some negative WAR seasons, like all over the place. But I think with this organization, I think it's a good spot for him. His dad is a Yankee. Like this is like I think he's just like don't overcomplicate things. Like get this guy on our team as like a solid contributor. Like he's basically this whole year he's been hitting behind Judge, like protecting him. Like he is basically, I think, if you have to draw sticks right now, I think he's the second best player. I think the other argument is Jazz would probably be second best player. I think yeah, but I mean again, you're batting Bellinger behind Judge, so like I think as a hitter maybe I think they're probably pretty equal, and I also think onto that like Jazz is kind of the same thing. I would love to lock Jazz up. He's 27 years old, great defense, power, lefty power in Yankee Stadium. I'll lock him up. All right.
I have a question based on your take.
Yeah.
Would you, if you could only lock one of them up right now, would you go Jazz or Belly?
I think if you had to only lock one up right now, I think you'd probably have to go Jazz because he's younger.
Yeah, younger.
I think realistically, you have Spencer Jones coming up. You have Tucker in free agency. Like it might not be as important to get that outfielder. But then again, if you don't get Belly, you don't get Tucker, then all of a sudden you're looking at like you're gonna rely on a rookie Spencer Jones like in the twilight years of Judge,
who
like
strikes out like
right, yeah, he has a crazy he's doing well in AAA. I mean, he really is, but his stats are still just very bizarre.
It's a very weird prospect.
Yeah, exactly.
It could work out. I think like it should work out, but it's not.
It's an unknown. It's an unknown. I think Bellinger's, what you're getting with Bellinger at this point in his career.
You know exactly what you're getting. That's what I like. Like. Like the first month fluke, but other than that, he's been super consistent, and like there's a clutch gene that he has that he can tap into that's been like really exciting to watch.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing that is interesting is I think when the Yankees signed him, I looked into his like postseason stats, and they weren't actually very good. I had a couple tough runs, I think, but that's such a small sample. But I think you see it.
Postseason stats.
Well, yeah, I know it's a sore topic with Judge. I think that's something I would also like to talk about. My next hot take will be trade Judge. No, just kidding. No. Sacrilege.
It's tough. That's tough. That's a tough look. All right, I agree with your hot take.
All right,
I like it. I want to sign Belly soon.
Yeah,
to a long term.
I like ideal world. You Judge, Belly, Jazz. You're set at the middle.
I also
field.
like setting. I like while Judge is still, playing fielding. I like him having a consistent, like at least one other player, which would be Belly, out there in the outfield with him. He's like you said, backing him up. I like the play. I think I like it. I would definitely do it.
Next week I'm gonna come with a hotter take. I want something that you think is crazy. Is hated.
Yeah.
So what do you after this? You want to talk like this week recap? Maybe start with the Mariners series. I think that was like kind of one of the better series of the year.
That felt good.
It felt good.
Wait, can we start with the let's do a short recap on the Subway Series.
Oh yeah, I did want to forget about that, but I think it can be a turning point. I mean, we lost the first two. Rodon got lit up. One of the
lost
games.
it in embarrassing fashion.
Yeah.
But
But I think it could have turned around with that Bellinger catch, game 3, man. That was a play like watching
really
that. It's like one of
was.
those that jaw droppers where you're just like, no way, I just saw that like live like that.
Seeing it live is like I love moments like that. Like I remember I saw the Odell catch live in however long, and I was just like, I just watched history. That's like this is gonna go down. Like that's a sick play, and I think it does change the season. So yeah, we win that. I mean, we lose the series, but we win that last game. We don't have to see them again, and I don't think
we ride
we'll
the momentum.
See them
ride the momentum. Exactly. Yeah. Well, we shouldn't be playing the Mets again. I mean, obviously, like you'd like the chance because I think
it's better.
Subway Series would be immaculate. Yeah. Like I would, my life would be on the line. I think, but
yeah,
it would be something else. We would like the chance to like be thinking about National League teams again, like later down the line. You know, like who are we playing against in the future. But yeah, I think
start winning games.
That is true. We do. Hey, look, I think that moment, like obviously, like it was like said by the broadcast or whatever, but like that's like the kind of play that can like jumpstart the guy. I think it really did because look at the next 2 games in Seattle, like they hit their whole offense was clicking the whole night.
Yeah.
And then going into last night, you know, the team looked like they showed fight that they haven't shown really all year. I mean, I think they said up until this game they haven't come back from 3 runs down at any point in the season. It's like, you know, it's kind of bizarre.
I saw a stat that said something about like if they're losing in the 8th inning, they like haven't won, something like that. Yeah, I mean, like it was nuts.
Yeah, and then even the extra inning record is awful as well for the Yankees. Like I think they're like 1-10 or something like crazy. I have to pull it up. We need like a producer. I think that's our next step is to get someone to Jarvis pull this up.
Pull it. Yeah,
Jamie pull this. Yeah, exactly.
I'm also like holding my mic.
Yeah, you know, next episode, stand and producer. Yeah,
a stand and a producer. Yeah, we might need to make some bank on. We might need to draw something in before we can hire staff. But
yeah, that's true.
We're gonna keep rolling.
Yeah,
we're good. So dude, I like the Mariners series was so fun. Like that was just such a fun Yankees team to watch. All 3 games, honestly. Yeah,
I mean, all 3 games minus the first 7 innings of that last game.
Well, you were there.
I was, yeah. I had last minute seats in the 300s around the first base line. So it was a tough 7 innings, I'll say.
So was there a somber vibe? Was it like,
oh yeah,
we're going back?
People were like, we need to, like, it was like after they hit that 3-run jack with 2 outs, I think it was kind of like let's just get a hit before we leave so we don't get like etched in baseball history kind of thing.
Yeah.
My mentality was in the 6th inning, I was like, all right, I'm leaving after the 8th unless we score 3 runs by then. And then Stanton came up with 2 outs, 1 run in the 8th inning. I'm like, man, he's gonna hit one right here, and he just fucking did. Like it was totally like laser beamed, like right center field. Like pinch hit, first pinch hit, Stanton home run of his career.
So sick.
Yeah. So again, hey, there you go. Credit to where credit's due. Boone pinch hit. I think it's the right play. Obviously, you're starting Jordan Vivas. Like, no, he's getting a bat there.
No.
Like it's managerial malpractice. If Jordan Vivas
that's like immediate fire.
Yeah. Like their pitchers.
I also Boone talked about that in the post game, and he was like, Stanton is like looking at his pinch hitting stats, it tells a story, but he's also a different player as he ages. And so Boone was talking a little bit about how Stanton is gonna start coming off the bench a little more often and be in those high leverage situations. I remember once, I think was it last year? 2 years ago, he came off the bench and he hit like a double to win it or something. But he's clutch. Like he's a clutch hitter.
He just has it, man. Like look at last playoffs, like he was just him and I mean Soto's also kind of in that boat. Like, you know, guys you want up with critical game situations late in the game, guys on base, 2 outs, you know, like you just want a guy like that up. I think it makes sense.
Who's the opposite?
I mean, I don't want to say it, but like Judge, man, like I don't have that faith in him, man. Like even like last night, like I was already sketched out. He's 0 for 4, like bases loaded, 1 out. We just need a fly ball, and dude, I'm not lying. He didn't hit it far enough, man. Like it wasn't what we wanted, but it got the job done. Like I guess the job done, but like I don't know. I think I firmly believe that he was like, it's hard. Like I still think he is like, obviously I think he's like one of the greatest hitters I ever watched, if not the greatest. I think like he needs to like just get rolling a little bit, and once he does, like in the World Series, like I want to say it was like the game that they won. He hit that hit a home run in the first inning or something like that. Like he was kind of like slowly edging his way into like what I thought was going to be like a good like back half of the series, like assuming we didn't just hurl Game 5 down the toilet. So
Well,
I don't know. I think that he's kind of like he just needs a little time to get going in the playoffs. Like he's obviously facing better pitchers. He's gonna have less mistake pitches to hit 450 feet. But yeah, I think it's possible that he changes his approach as he gets older. Like Stan is obviously different. You know, I mean, I don't have his pinch hit numbers up there, but like I'm assuming when Stan's like early in his career, he's the only reason he's pinch hitting because he had a day off. You know, and they kind of just throw him in there. But now it's like, at least with the Yankees this year, they're just running out of spots for guys with Rice, with Goldschmidt, with Stan. Like the DH spot, Judge for the DH. Like you have a lot of spots for a lot of guys, not a lot of spots. So I think it makes sense to put Stan in there.
Which is a good problem to have.
It is, yeah. I mean, it almost begs the question of like roster construction. I guess we could even like jump into like trade stuff like now.
Right, do we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because we're obviously not sellers, but at the same time, we have so much. Like,
yeah.
All right, I might have another hot take.
Oh yeah, you like your hot takes too.
I love Trent. I love Trent.
Oh well, yeah, this is where we beg to differ. But this is good.
No, that's not my take. I like Trent Grisham, but the way he's playing, there might be some value in a trade.
I think it's like possible that he has like positive value, but he is also, I'm pretty sure his contract's up after this year, right? So like he's basically like an outfield rental who's overperforming his career averages for like by a lot this year, I will say, at everything, yeah. But I think the one negative, I'm not trying to rip on Trent. Like I like Trent, like I think he's a good player. I just don't like that he takes time from Dominguez, but his like analytics on like defense this year, like obviously eye test wise he's been good, but I think like metrics wise, like he's like kind of gotten a little slower. I think he has like he looked like he was like nagging hamstring stuff like going on or something. Yeah, he had a hamstring thing, so maybe that's why, right? I think there's some value, but I think it'd be hard to like extract it, and I also think it might be worth having him as a reliable fourth outfielder, because then if you think about it, like you get rid of Grisham and then something happens to Dominguez, Judge, or Bellinger, like what are we doing in the outfield? Like, we're calling out Spencer Jones, like I don't know. Yeah. So I think it is good to go into your playoffs with like 4 playable outfielders, especially I mean there's a lot of lefties up there besides Judge, but I think Grisham has shown that last night he had a great at bat in the 9th there. I think it was 9th or it was 9th, yeah. So I think I like Grisham. I'm just a Dominguez homer, like I think Dominguez is the future. Like I'm thinking he's like the next star, in post Judge era, like when he hits his prime. So I'm like, I just want to feed the guy reps at this point. Like we're gonna hopefully do well enough. What was that?
I hope Dominguez's prime starts picking up as Judge
I think that's
goes.
the idea. Yeah, I think that would be great, right? Like if Dominguez, right, I think he's having a pretty acceptable. Like real first year, like his rookie year, like he's probably I think 3rd or 4th in AL Rookie of the Year voting, and if he stays hot, like who knows where that goes, right? Like he's batting like 260,
right
he's batting like 260. He's just constantly on base. He's a great base runner. His fielding is
so
better.
fast.
I wish they would just play him in center, like his like he grew up. I'm pretty sure he just played center his whole career coming into the year. So I don't know. I don't know why they don't like him in center, but maybe that's like next year kind of thing.
He's so fast.
He's a beast. Like he's just a total beast. Like
it's so sick. Did you like when he scored from first?
Yeah,
I think it was 10 seconds,
like 10.3 or something crazy.
That's insane. And he's like a big guy too. Like
I mean, he's bulky, right? He's like 5'9", but he's just muscle.
Yeah, like he's built up.
Like a fire truck or a fire hydrant. Like he's just,
and he can just go. Like I like him. Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
All right. What do we have next?
I think we want to like talk trade deadline. Like, what do you think the Yankees need? What do we want to? I mean, that's what we're kind of getting. Like, they have a lot of pieces that are good, but they might have like extra spots, right? Like, versus like completely empty holes. Like, at least third base is kind of a vacuum right now. I think they need another relief pitcher, given how bad our bullpen's been.
I would love a completely new bullpen.
I mean, I want to keep some guys, obviously. Like, I think Devin Williams has been a great story since he had an awful start.
Keep Williams.
Weaver will get back to his. He'll get back.
He's gonna get back.
I think he must be still like a little hurt or something. Cause didn't he have a good outing? One of the Mariners games, I think he came in
game 2.
Yeah, I think he was in. Or maybe, came in and got 3 outs or something like that.
I do think he plays better in higher leverage situations.
Yeah, that's possible. He's kind of a psychopath. Like when you see him on the mound, like he has that kind of look in his eyes, like he just
he's like a shark. Like he goes dead eyed and he's just like dialed in. He's just like almost
glazed over. Like
like what Boone's. Here's something I disagree with Boone with. Like I know we signed Devin Williams to be the closer, but I like Weaver as the closer and Devin is like the very high leverage 8th inning, get us 3, and then Weaver get us our like last 3, because that's what Weaver's built for. He did it. We went to the World Series last year, and he did it. Like, he was a very good closer for us last year. So I don't know. We'll see where that switches up, but I think Loaizaga needs to either figure it out or
DFA, like, at this point.
DFA. It's because, I mean, his fastball sitting at like 97, 96.
Not fast enough anymore to be like that. I think that's what they're missing realistically. And I mean, I like Tim Hill, but I think they might be just missing like a lefty flamethrower. Like, you know, like, I mean, I'm not obviously not Aroldis Chapman, because, you know, I don't think the Red Sox.
No.
He's I would love to have Aroldis Chapman. Let's see the way he's pitching this year. But I think, you know, if they can get someone out of the pen who's throwing, you know, 100, because we saw what's his face, Schlittler. You know, he threw like the hardest 10 pitches of the Yankee season, or the hardest 6 to 8 pitches of the Yankee season. Like, I mean, obviously throws hard, but like they don't have like, I think a lot of bullpens are built on like having guys, you know, with wipe out, you know, off speed and like power pitching, like the 1-2 combo.
Yeah, like we have
Weaver and Williams don't really have that.
No.
Yeah.
We have Leiter for that off speed crazy, which I like.
He doesn't have the hit. He doesn't have the power behind it. I don't like Leiter. Leiter is, I think Leiter's a fluke. I think I would love to not have Leiter pitching in the playoffs for us. If we
also got killed with injuries in our bullpen.
Yeah, I mean,
and I don't really believe Leiter's injury. Like, sorry to be that guy, but like, he like played 2 games and then said like I broke my leg.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Like,
I didn't look too deep into it, but I was just like, this doesn't look good.
I've never really. I mean, there's nothing against Leiter, but I just I feel like the amount of games I watch him come in and just serve up like absolute just meatballs, like just hanging shit everywhere, just like 86 miles an hour flat. Just like, what is going on?
I was so excited when I was like, oh my! I watched his highlights when we got him. I was like, this dude's filthy. And then they were like, he hasn't let up a home run in his last like however many in 100 innings, like crazy stat. And then he comes in like first appearance, first pitch home run, and he let up like 2 home runs. I was like, what is happening? Like,
people love his Savant page. I don't know if it was against the Mets that he pitched, or like one of the times like he ran into some, or it was Loaizaga that ran into bad luck. I think like he does have the problem of like he's like kind of like pitching to contact. And that's like the whole Yankees bullpen philosophy right now, is like it seems to be like pitch to contact, no like wipe away, swing and miss stuff. But I think you almost want to have one guy. I mean, again, if you're confident in your infield defense, then like like it's, you know, like Williams is like a more of like a soft contact guy, like Weaver, you know. But so I think they need to just get at least one more high leverage guy, so you can bump Leiter down to like innings eater, or like, you know,
Mason Miller.
I mean, I haven't given it too much of a thought, but I think they need, at least I know it's the bullpen needs at least another arm. And I guess the idea is too, you can bring one of these starters, like assuming Heel comes back and it can pitch, then you're kind of like Warren or Schlittler will probably go to the pen like later in the season.
I want Warren to go to the
so like, I don't know. We'll have to see how they end up doing it.
I love Mason Miller, dude.
Yeah.
He's my favorite non-Yankees player.
Yeah, you did tell me about him like recently. I remember
you're so good. He's just like clutch. Throws like 102. He's just got something about him.
11 hours ago, threw the fastest pitch of the season, actually.
Really?
Oh, 11 hours ago was the article in Sports Illustrated. The fastest.
What do you throw?
Let's see, 104.
Dude.
104.1, dude. Yeah, he's a flamethrower.
Yeah, I remember I was talking to my uncle about him like 2 years ago. And I was like, we need him now. And he's just gotten better. And I'm like, dude, I had an eye for this kid. Like, he just throws, and I like him. I like him a lot.
The Athletics are like kind of a poverty organization. You probably get a good trade for him out of them. You know, they'll probably take anything.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go crazy. I think one more. I mean, if you get another starter, then you can actually put some of these guys in the pen that are in the starting rotation now. Like, I don't want Stroman pitching for us in the playoffs. Like, that's not going to happen.
I don't want that at all.
That's bad for everybody.
What do you think about putting like Schlittler? What's his name?
Schlittler, yeah.
Schlittler in the pen for his growth.
You're saying like right now, or like just as the roster?
No, as in like if we put him in the pen this year, do you think that's going to hurt him long term and hurt us long term if we want to start?
I don't think it'll hurt us a ton long term. I think it's like natural that some guys end up going into the pen. Like you've seen, like when the Dodgers are winning World Series, they had like was it Evaldi or something? Like they had guys like coming out of the pen like to close the game out, like or or that was the Red Sox, I think. Like you have guys coming out to close the World Series at 1 or 2 innings. So I think that's like fine. I think if he doesn't make the starting cut for rosters, I don't think it's going to stunt his development. I don't think I would do it until the actual like playoff time actually comes and the rotation kind of shortens up. I think you should let him get as many reps in while we need a starter anyway as we can. But I think as trade deadline comes, I wouldn't like keep a starting pitching spot for him like right now. Like I don't know again like if he's like
all right. So
in the future
rank your most important positions at the trade deadline.
I think realistically, relief pitching is probably more important than starting pitching at third base. I think those are like the 3 big ones that I would like to get something at all of them. Like get a new starter.
Relief above third base.
I think so. I think I would like to get like what you said, like a Mason Miller, like someone like who is like a verifiable like gas slinging high leverage guy. Because at the end of the day, like if you get a starter, you can move someone from that into the pen as well. So like you're gonna have options there. I think third base is a little different, like because I think really Suarez is like the best pick, and then after that it's like kind of mid stuff. Like I think they can survive with Peraza, and you can pray his bat comes to be an MLB level bat. Like a bad MLB level bat would still be good because he's a great defender. He's fast on the bases. You wouldn't know because he never is on the bases, but when he gets on the bases, he's supposedly our fastest. Supposedly, statistically, he's our fastest base runner. I saw that today. I was like, huh. And then someone was like, yeah, I've never seen him on the bases. So
I've never seen him on the bases.
Yeah. So.
I like him too. I like if you talk about the vibe, like I think he has a really good team mentality. I think like he's a great defender too. He
flashes the leather at third. Like I don't ever have problems. Like I think it is really nice like seeing the infield as it is now. I think Volpe plays better when Jazz is playing second base as well. I don't know what it is. Like they have chemistry on double plays. Like I'm sure they played all spring training together. Like so like they I feel like they had more reps on that. And I think like again like I think starting pitcher like matters, but like I think there's so many starting pitchers that like Matt Blake can like turn into like I think you want to just try and do like a recon project on like I said, like a Sandy or something like that. Like, a guy with 7 ERA that was a Cy Young 2 years ago. Like something has clearly gone wrong. Like with his mechanics, like just go and like get him from the Marlins for nothing, and then see if we can like turn around. Can you can't. Like, I think that's a good. I would go there for starting pitching. I wouldn't give up a ton because you already have. I mean, Cole's locked up for what, like 3 more years after this.
Mm-hmm.
You have Fried is locked up for like 2032 or something like that. So you already have 1 and 2. Like you don't. Rodon's been good. Like. You basically, in the future, at least not for this year. Obviously, you're talking about this year, but in theory, like unless you're getting a pure rental, like you kind of want to think about that, like the next year or 2 after this anyway. Like you don't want to just give up everything for like a 1 year guy. I don't think they need to give
Suarez.
up for a 1 year guy. Suarez, rental.
He's a rental. Defensive questions. Not like a lot. The best bat. Like everyone's treating it like he's like this. Like he's good, but I don't think he's.
I wouldn't give up the farm for him. I wouldn't. It would be malpractice to give up like a Spencer Jones or like that's ridiculous.
That's like everything on Twitter or X. Like, oh, Spencer Jones. No. Definitely not. That would be crazy.
No, that's like diabolical. That's like a fireable offense for the manager to do that. I wouldn't go too far.
That's like that's the typical take. That's like the typical Yanks take right now.
I think if it comes to that, you got to pass. I mean, realistically, like. There's other options. None of them are very good. I think that's partly why the Diamondbacks are trying to play their hand a little heavy there. But
they're also just under 500, so maybe they still think they're.
I mean, that's what I think they're doing. They're basically just going to play the next 2-3 weeks out before the deadline and say, hey, look, like we have. I mean, after the All-Star break, that's not that many games, but like they're probably going to just be reluctant sellers, if at all, at the deadline. I think like they're going to try and be competitive. I mean, they have good players in their roster. Like I don't know. Tough division out there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like NL West is, at least it was, but I don't know. It's a tough division.
Would you trade anybody away?
Well, that's the thing is like I think the biggest people you would trade would be like a Ben Wright. Like on the actual team right now, I would not. The Dominguez, I think you can't trade. Like that's I've seen like random people that are like, give me a break. Like
don't touch Wells.
I don't think they would ever get rid of Wells because they don't really have like a viable replacement anymore. Like they traded away all their catchers. Like. The Scar is fine, but he's like a backup, So I think Wells is safe. I think like the only person that like gets run that actually might get traded would probably be Ben Rice, just because first is kind of a log. But I don't think they would do that either because the way him and Goldschmidt are splitting on lefties and righties, it seems like it'll be a good platoon as the season goes on at first. I think realistically,
He's been hitting the ball so hard too.
I mean,
just
he has been
unlucky.
for a while. Yeah, I mean, he has like a pretty bad luck, I would say. Like, so I think the more run he gets is better for him. But it's hard to like not play
Ben
Goldie.
Rice, unluckiest player on the Yankees.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, I'd probably have to. The amount of times you see that guy line out 100 miles an hour right at somebody,
Dude, it's like 104 at like a shortstop's head, and
he'll
he's
do it
just
like twice a game.
yeah, and there's nothing he can do. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Rice like turns it around. I also think he could be. I think like the youth could be a sleeper group for a playoff run if like Wells stays hot,
Ball's
Rice
been hot. Yeah,
has a bit of, he's hitting the ball hard. Like, so, and we can get into this in another episode on like our playoff woes, but something needs to shift.
I agree.
And
I agree,
maybe it's like the kids, maybe it's the youth. If we give them more room to go, if like we bench Goldie and Rice is just at first, and we give him some at bats in the playoffs, who knows? Like maybe Rice is just a
They just
playoff
heat
guy.
up. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
possible. Yeah, I think it's fair. I mean, I think if you look, I'm like more optimistic again. Like assuming the Yankees don't collapse and like actually find a way into the playoffs, I am a little more optimistic about the lineup in the sense that like the guys that can like last season, it felt like we were basically running like two or three guys out there, and like the entire rest of the lineup was like an automatic out for like it was like
Yeah.
Stan, like Volpe were like the only ones hitting, and Jazz a little bit, and then like Judge towards the end of the World Series, and that was it. Like everybody else was just like we had Verdugo batting, we had like it was just
With-
diabolical.
We had
Like-
Glaber, and then
Glaber wasn't actually terrible in the playoffs either, if I remember right.
Well-
That stings. I'm sad that Glaber's gone. Like low key,
It
like with how well
sucks,
he's
dude.
playing this year is actually kind of
I know it's like
Unfortunate.
painful.
yeah.
It's
But
it's
I mean,
very
if
painful.
the Yankees chose a Jazz, I mean that's why I think you have to extend Jazz. If you let Glaber walk, you're signaling that do you think Jazz is going to be the guy
Yeah.
for the near term?
Which I
future?
think he is. I like Jazz over Glaber, but I like
Yeah.
Glaber.
Yeah. What I was trying to say is like I think their lineup, like if you look at again like the first two games against Seattle, those lineups I think are like what you're going to probably see in the playoffs. Like assuming no third base deadline acquisition, which might happen, and if it does, it only makes the lineup better. But I think that lineup is like way deeper in terms of like productive at bats. Like I don't think I see many holes at all in that lineup. I mean,
8
the
and
biggest
9.
hole would be Volpe.
Yeah.
If you assuming you get another third baseman. If not, 8-9 is the hole. But like again, the last playoffs, I really don't know. Like the Yankees played well. Like Soto was really good in the playoffs, but like I literally have no idea how that team was even in the World Series with how like terrible that lineup was performing in the playoffs. Like it was really
We
shocking.
played very
Um,
bad.
So like yeah, and the thing is like you never thought they were out of it, but at the same time, like you also felt like at times they had three guys that were able to get a hit, and
It
is
didn't
like
feel like a specialty. It didn't feel like a team that's like gonna win a World Series. It
Yeah,
just didn't.
yeah, it all kind of just fell apart, right? Like so, I think this lineup is definitely a lot better. Obviously, the big downside, like if you look on like the big level, is just not having Cole, for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a huge loss. But in theory, you did kind of swap him out. You think Fried will hopefully be that guy, and Rodon's looking like a lot better than he did last year. So like in theory, your pitching could be a little better going into the playoffs. So I think that's why I kind
might
of look
be-
at that. I'm like the bullpen is really where I want to like improve.
That might be a hint at my hot take for next week
Oh, shit.
regarding Rodon. I don't know.
Rodon is the man. All-star.
Mm.
All-star. Should we talk about the All-Star game actually?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go All-Star game.
Couple surprise things. So I was at the game yesterday, and then I heard people like as I was sitting down or like going to the like get food and drinks, or whatever. Like people were like, "Oh, Jazz is in the home run derby. Jazz in the home run derby." I'm like, "Shit, like Jazz in the home run derby. Like, why
There
not?"
you go.
Yeah. So that's good for him. He's totally like it's in Atlanta this year, I think. He's totally like a crowd. He's a crowd favorite, I think.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't he on the cover of like MLB The Show one year? Like he's like people like Jazz. Like
People like Jazz.
unless they're like Red Sox fans or something, like they just hate Jazz irrationally. Because I mean, we know why they hate Jazz, because all Boston
'Cause-
fans are racist. But but
Crazy
yeah.
take.
yeah, but
Crazy-
I love
crazy
Jazz. I think
accurate
he'll show out. Like I don't know. I think I looked at the odds. He was probably like third or fourth lowest odds to win it. But like you never know. Like it's kind of like
He's
a
a
random
fun-
thing.
he's a fun guy.
It'll be fun to
Yeah.
watch. Like now I'll have someone to root for in the home run derby. Like
Yeah.
I just hope he doesn't do what Judge did that one year and like alter his swing or like hurt himself, and like Judge was like horrible
Yeah.
after that. Well, I don't know what year
Dude,
that
this
was. It
is
was like a long time ago,
this
right?
is Judge's
It
thing.
was like 2019 or something. I don't remember what year it was. Where he went to
20,
the
was it
to the-
COVID? I think it was before COVID. I think it was
before
the year
COVID. I was
before
thinking
COVID.
2019, right? Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds right.
But that's Judge's thing is All-Star game, and then he just goes on like the coldest streak that you could like ever go on. Still puts up like numbers, but none of them are in clutch times. Like it's always, a blowout game, hits a home run in like the 8th or the 9th,
Mr.
which is tough.
Mr. Low Leverage is the
Yeah,
memes.
which is tough. But dude, that's what I'm worried about, like forward looking. Judge can't have the slump that he historically has had after the All-Star game.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, I think the team ends up running with Judge, and like if Judge is good, then the Yankees are good, kind of thing.
Yeah.
He's obviously like the most important part of their offense. So yeah, I agree. Like if Judge, the team is obviously a lot worse if you're losing an MVP caliber player to like just become like a regular human being hitter. Like I think that's fair, and that's kind of been a little bit of the problems in the playoffs. But at the same time, like I think the lineup this year is built better than it has been in previous years. Like pick him up when it's not like you look at yesterday's game. Judge went over 4. Yeah, he had the game-winning sac fly, but he was over 4 the whole game. Like he didn't contribute at all to any of the runs besides that last run. Like I think this team has the ability to manufacture runs, even if Judge is having a cold series or whatever. So I don't think you're ever gonna come out of a playoff series. I hope not this year and be like, oh, Judge but the Judge didn't do anything and the team let him down. Like I don't think. I hope they don't. I think they won't let him down this year. That like the optimist to me says that that this team can actually perform and pick the captain up when he's not hitting as at an MVP level, which he does most of the time, which is hilarious.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I do like. Yeah, I like a lot of our acquisitions, like even Belly and Goldie being older and being like veterans. I think everyone lifts like. I think before it was even last year a bit of a younger team. Like you had Verdugo out there, you had Soto out there, and Judge was like really forced into not forced into the captain role, but he almost had to put emphasis on being the captain just as much as hitting. So this year, when you have Goldie and Belly to kind of pick him up a little bit when things aren't going great for him, I think it'll change the outcome of Judge. I think he'll have a good playoffs this year with veteran presence.
I would love that. I would love nothing more than that, honestly.
Yeah,
it's just to see Judge like shut everyone up for once in the playoffs. Like have Judge have like a classic Judge like 3 home run game and like a big playoff game. Like we're all hoping for it. I think that's at the end of the day. So, but that's the fun part of baseball. So we got a long way to go till we get to sweat it out in September, October.
Rodon All-Star game.
Yeah, I haven't paid. So I saw that earlier today. So basically it's free to starting on Sunday for this Cubs series.
Yeah.
Or wait, Saturday, because today's Rodon, tomorrow's Fried, and then so Fried just basically they just like bow out of the All-Star game and they have to fill up a roster spot. Is that kind of what happened?
I think so.
Okay.
But interesting. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think it's good for Rodon. I mean, look, I think he's been a success story of this year, like for sure. It's like it kind of started off hot, and I was like, "Is this real or just a fluke? Is this like a mirage? Like what's happening?" But he's had a good year, like enough to be considered for the All-Star game so far. I would love for him to keep it up, and because that's kind of the guy they paid, right? Like the guy he kind of basically didn't perform the last couple of years. So yeah, I think it's big for his confidence. I feel like he's like classic, like his wife's all over Twitter like defending him, and like I feel like he pays attention to like what people say like a little bit, as much as you can as a New York athlete. So I think it's just good for the mental like, hey, I'm in the All-Star game, like I'm an elite guy, like if it can't hurt.
I think that's a really good take because he's out of anyone on our team, I think he's the most in tune with like fan noise and like hit the perception that he's giving out. And you've seen what happens last year.
When it's bad, when he's flipping people off or whatever he's doing, he's like waving them goodbye.
Yeah. And he's pitching terribly.
Yeah.
So if he has like a little bit of swag to him, I think he's just a much better pitcher. But there's no Fried injury concerns, right?
No. I don't think so. I think it was just that he's at a scheduled day of pitching on Saturday.
I like it.
They were just gonna like he's not gonna pitch like on 2 days rest.
Yeah.
Even for an inning, like obviously I'm sure he'll throw a bullpen session or something, but like it's a little different when you're actually in a game setting. Yeah, you don't want to throw it 2 days later or whatever it is.
It's not worth
Tuesday,
it.
Yeah,
he's our ace. It's not worth it.
Yeah,
you don't
totally. No, I mean Fried's been a success. Like obviously he's been had a couple little more shaky start. I think it was like the last like few weeks at like a 3.6 ERA. Like it's not like he's not like putting up like Cy Young numbers.
Yeah,
a couple tough starts. Like I guess what he was did he pitch against the Mets? I don't remember.
Was it game 1? No.
I know. I'm pretty sure we lost the game pitched
We
against
lost
the
the
Mets
game.
as well.
I think it was game 2.
Yeah. So I don't think he had a great start against the Mets, which was like his last time out. So hopefully he bounces back for the last game before the break against the Cubs. I think looking ahead at the next series, I think, you got Rodon, you got Fried on the mound. Like, goal is to get 2 out of 3, win this series, go into the break winning 6 out of the last 7. Like, I think that's that would be great. I think with their guys, it's hard to like accept this or like predict and hope for a sweep. I would love that, but I think you got to be satisfied with 2 out of 3 against a good Cubs team. I mean, I don't know. The Cubs have been good. Like, the record doesn't even reflect it. So I was talking to you about that like model, my friend who does like the betting stuff.
Yeah.
He showed it to me. I was looking at it earlier, and like the Cubs are like in terms of like expected wins, like with like the model that he's using is like they're like one of the teams that has like the most like lopsided like plus wins that they should have, basically like something close to like 65 wins, and they're sitting at like 55 right now.
Wow.
Like, at least according to his model. So the Cubs are a good team. Like, I think they have a solid staff. They have some young talent. Like, they have Tucker, they have PCA. Like, they have some good hitters. That's as well. I think they have Turner. I don't know how good he's doing this year. He's batting like 8th as DH, so he can't be doing that good. But they have a good team. So I think it would be nice to get another series win against an actual good NL team that's probably gonna be fighting for the playoffs. Like, maybe not a World Series favorite, but like kind of like a Mariners level team, where they're gonna be in that playoff race. Better than most teams in the league. Like, has some aspirations for the playoffs. So it's a good series.
I'm excited for it. I think it's nice that it's not like there's no trap games. It's not a trap series. Like, we're not playing the Rockies or anything. Like, it's a good, solid team. Kind of like you said, just like the Mariners. Let's give predictions.
Predictions on series outcome, and then also like who's the. You said series MVP.
You want to do series? Let's go series MVP. Let's go game. Let's go like what games are we winning? What are we losing?
Okay.
And then obviously that feeds into who wins the series.
All right, I'll start us off. I was thinking about it a little bit. I think it's hard to like predict a Will Warren win and like say a sweep. So I think I would probably play it like safe. Like, let's say Rodon. I think the Cubs are rocking an opener tonight. I think Rodon, hopefully off the All-Star bid, has a good outing. Yeah, has a quality start, 5-6 innings. 1 to 3 runs. The offense keeps up what they've been doing, like, putting runs up on the board. They've been hitting well, like outside of like 7 innings yesterday. They've been putting up runs. I think that was just Woo having a night, right? So I think we win game 1, hopefully, and then you have Fried on the mound again. Hopefully, gets a nice little bounce back before the All-Star game. So I'd hopefully we win the next 2, and then if we don't, I think we'll probably end up maybe dropping the Will Warren start. I think they're starting a pretty good pitcher. Who's starting the 3rd game? They're playing Shota Imanga starting the 3rd game. So the Yankees definitely have a disadvantage in Sunday's game. So I think the next 2 games are important. Goal is to win these 2, and then if you lose the 3rd one, you lose the 3rd one. And then series MVP, I'm a homer. I feel like, again, Dominguez has been hitting, man. Like, he had a not a great night last night. They pinch hit him for Goldschmidt, and they intentionally walked him. But I still like his approach to the plate. I think he's still like riding that. He's hitting like 360, 370 over the last 15. He's making good contact. He's creating havoc on the bases. I like Dominguez to have impact in this series. MVP might be a hot take. Like, he might have to have a breakout. Like, he's had a couple multi-home runs. I think he has like 10 home runs, but he had like a 3 home run and a 2 home run game this year. So I'm hoping that Dominguez goes yard and has a good series. Yankees win 2 out of 3. I'm gonna stick with that.
All right, I like it. I think we win tonight, Friday. I think we lose Fried's start. I think we lose. I think we lose game 2, and I think we win game 3.
That was my other option. I was thinking about that, like the downside of like, Fried might not have a good start, and then Warren picks him up.
Warren picks him up. I think, like you said, we saw him kind of. I mean, there were unlucky breaks against the Mets, but he definitely didn't have like his stuff. It's getting to that point where you don't really know until you know with somebody. Like, he didn't come in expecting to be the ace, so there's pressure on that, and I don't know if it's affecting him or whatever, but like, he is the ace, and everyone's like, all right, Fried, like, you win us games, like, go win us the game. I could see him slipping here, so I could see us winning game 1, lose tomorrow, and then win Sunday with Warren. We go to the bullpen like early. I think Warren gives us 5, maybe 6.
Yeah.
if he's pitching well. And then I'm gonna go. I'm between Jazz and Wells.
Guys, both of them been hot.
They've both been hot.
Hard to go wrong.
I don't know who's gonna kind of tick off. I'm gonna go Wells. I think Wells is gonna like maybe 2 home runs, maybe 3 on the series.
Maybe 3 on the series. Damn, put some money on that. He makes some big money.
What did he do? Yes, what did he?
He had a huge hit in the 9th inning. 3 outs.
Big hit.
2 outs, bases loaded, and he tied the game with a huge, like massive like 3-2 pitch. Yeah,
so clutch. And in the 3 games before that, he homered in 3 straight games.
Yeah, that's true.
So
he did well. He did really well. Yeah.
I think he could get 2 or 3 if he has like a multi-homer game. I think Wells, and I think Jazz drops off a little bit. Actually, he's like on such a hot streak, but natural correction, he might be a little colder. God, I'm just looking for Judge to like. Is Judge slumping? Is this an MVP slump? Like,
I think it is like you would call it like an MVP slump where he's doing fine, but like he just has a single day where he goes 0 for 4 and his average like not tanks, but it like goes from like 364 to like 358. You know, so like it's hard for Judge to like have like maybe a rough like 3-game stretch without thinking like, oh shit, what's going on with Judge? Just given how insane his numbers are, but he's still like basically hovering around that 1.2 OPS that he's hovered around for the last like 2 months.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it like even when he was actually slumping, like Boone like kind of laughed it off. Like you can't really think he's actually slumping. Like if he was actually slumping, you'd see his numbers like fall off the face of the earth. Yeah, because he's so absurdly ahead of everybody in every stat. Like except for like home runs over Cal Raleigh. Like you look at the head-to-head comparison. Like people were talking about there's an MVP race in the American League. Like I don't, unless Cal Raleigh has an incredible second half and he's already had an incredible first half, but he has to have like a better second half to catch Judge.
Better second half.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't buy it. So, do you think we're ever gonna have a series prediction where either of us predicts the Yankees are gonna lose a series? Because I feel like as a fan, like there's no way you go into a series unless it's like the Dodgers or like someone who has their number, like maybe Toronto when they come in a couple weeks. I think, or we go out there in a couple weeks, like after the All-Star break. Like, is that gonna be the time? Because I think I've never. The Yankees to lose a series,
I'm gonna predict a series loss after the All-Star break because of the Judge situation.
Oh,
how he gets cold after every single All-Star break.
That's fair.
So
I'll be the contrary opinion. I think the lineup can carry Judge this year. At least. We'll see. Hope. All right. I think we got through most of the stuff on the
trade deadline, All-Star game, pitching, our predictions. All right. Yeah. So locking in my MVP for the Cubs series is Wells. I think he's going to hit 2 or 3 homers.
Dominguez. I think we're hoping for at least 1, maybe 2.
Dominguez.
Dominguez is my favorite player, man. Dominguez is the Martian, bro. Come on, it's the Martian, man. Like
he's been so hot lately.
He's so fun to watch, man. He's just fun to watch. He's on the bases. He's fun. Like he has like a great like. I mean, they don't like talk about it as much because again, like he had this kind of tough injury and all this stuff. But like I think like, when he was coming up, like they were touting him for like his like incredible eye, like. They're talking about the comparisons where like he's like switch hitting Mike Trout, like like he's not out of the zone. He has power both ways. Like he's fast on the bases. Like he can be a 40-40 guy one day. Like that's the kind of guy that we're talking about here. Like so let him cook. Let him. I think he's gonna have a big series. He's already been hot already, but like I think he continues into the bats. Yeah, let him hit every day. Like honestly, I mean, figure out a way. Like
just figure out a way.
Rest Rice, rest Stan. Stan's old. Don't play Stan every day at DH. Put Judge at DH. Play Grisham, Belly Dominguez. Judge at DH, Stan pinch hit, Rice and Goldie platoon. I think that they can figure out a way to get everyone playing time.
I think emphasizing, I think you got to get Dominguez playing time 100%.
Yeah. So, all right.
This
about wraps us up. Should be coming back at it next week, maybe a little later, not on a Friday, but maybe on a Sunday. Actually, we have the All-Star break next week, so maybe we figure out we'll figure it out.
We'll talk. We'll
figure it out.
Big picture trade episode next week.
Okay, we can do a trade episode. We can go deep into the trade stuff. We kind of just brushed on a little bit.
We could do
mock trades. We'll get in the trade machine on the like the NBA fans. We have like the trade sim. Get on 2K. All right.
Did we ever even say the name of our pod?
Oh, I don't think we did. It'll be on the screen when they see it. They're clicking on it already.
Yanks Weekly Podcast.
Yanks Weekly Podcast. I like that. It's short to the point.
You made it.
Yeah, that's why I like it. Hey, you agreed to it. You gotta like it a little bit. So.
I do like it, dude. I love it. I love our logo. I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Awesome. I think this is a good first one.
Yeah, first one. We're only getting better. We're gonna come with stats next time.
Yeah,
That's
we're
gonna
come
be
with
our
actual
thing. We're gonna
stats.
figure out how to get stats up here. I
Yeah.
might
Oh, on the
print-
screen. Yeah. We should
Yeah.
figure that out.
I don't even know if on the screen just for me.
Oh, okay.
I need to see some numbers.
Yeah.
I was like trying to click around while you were talking. I was like, this is too much.
It's
This is
hard to
really
like listen and do that at the same time. Yeah.
I lost track, but
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Awesome.
Only
right.
getting better.
All right. We'll catch everyone
All right.
next week.
See you guys next week. Thanks for listening.